Now, I don't know if some of you have, remembered all the way back in August, something happened here. I don't know if you guys have been with us since then. I know some of you have with the comments and we see who's watching. But all the way back in August, something happened. And something also happened last week once again. Take a look at this. Well, knowing you have Brighton around the corner,
Exactly.
I think that's
it does
one
a lot
big
for the
factor
mentality
here.
of the players.
No, but listen, when people say Brighton, yeah.
No. Because what we're not going to do is repeat, I'm having deja vu. In October, Manchester United are going to be Brighton. Brighton have no business, and what happened?
Nah, but this is
Don't
Amorim.
do it again.
This
Fine.
is Amorim, though. This is Amorim, though. And mind you, Brighton isn't the Brighton we used to know. But let's continue.
Famous last words.
Before you guys put stuff on our screen, you guys need to be passing it through me sometimes. You guys should ask me if this is TV-able. Like, come on, man.
That was definitely TV-able.
Come on, like, Jesus Christ, man. Like, I can't even remember saying all that rubbish. Well, anyways.
I warned you. I said don't say it. And here we are again.
I don't know why I don't listen, man. It's my
Third time's the charm, maybe?
Oh.
Well, let's jump into Manchester United then. And another loss for Ruben Amorim's side against Brighton, no less, 3-1. Danny Welbeck, former Manchester United player, getting on the board here. And Andre Onana having a blunder of a match. Clinton, I feel like we say this a lot, but it's gone from bad to worse.
Well, you see, Onana has some kind of evil spirit in him. And I don't know why they would take that Pastor Kumoi to Donald Trump's, whatever they call it, his prayers to become, or to, the swearing in to becoming an American president. They should be taking Pastor Kumoi to Manchester United for that prayer. All that pastors we see praying and trying to usher this president into, listen, I am tired, man. I am literally tired. Like right now, I think Manchester United, there's no solution. Sometimes we can decide to say, okay, this is what the problem is. This is what, like, I don't know what the problem is. I don't know. I literally don't know what the problem is. I'm speechless. I don't know. I really don't know. It's almost like, there's one step forward and there are 10 steps backward. They play one game, you feel like, okay, we're back. And if you notice my sentence, I'm not even saying we are. I've been saying they are back because I don't think I'm a Manchester United fan. I'm actually a proper Real Madrid fan. Okay, so I don't know why you guys are even channeling this question to me. Why are we not starting with Alex in the first place? Why are you not saying, Alex, what do you think? Why are you saying Clinton's Manchester United? I don't know why you're associating all these failures to me. First, when you were introducing the show, you said Clinton's Luton Town. Like, bro, that's it. That's a club.
You lived in Luton.
Bro, it doesn't mean that's my club. Bro, if you want to say Clinton's whatever, you want to associate anything with me, associate me with the big boys, Take me to Real Madrid.
Associate me with the teams that are only winning. And when they lose, then I'll jump back to the other team.
But if you notice, though, what I do is I give them time, okay? I give them time to kind of retrace their steps. I try to give them solutions. They don't listen, right? I mean, the truth with Manchester United is there is no solution anyways. Like, I've told them, actually, there is a solution. I've said it. I said they need to destroy the stadium and move it somewhere else. It's as simple as that. Take Old Trafford, just dismantle it, maybe build a church or some kind of cathedral. Just do something there. Go build a new Trafford somewhere. This is what I think might be this. Like, we need to start afresh. Everything just needs to change. Well, I'm glad that we did hear news that Anthony is going somewhere. Manchester United fans were not surprised. He did a blunder in that game, and they said, okay, this is it. You need to go to Real Betis. Just go do something else. We don't care about you at this point. I don't know why it's even going on loan. Like, they should just pay whatever it is, let him just go. Because these are not the caliber of players we need. How do you miss such a chance, for Christ's sake? Like, that chance, I'm telling you that Elena in that room will not miss that chance. Like, she knows. I'm sure she saw that chance and felt like, wait, which league is this? Because that's just absolute nonsense. Onana. Alex, I don't know, you're wasting off your height, man. You are. Listen, when I see Onana making those kind of errors, and you are even making me angry even more. Because why are you wasting your life, man? Are you telling me that thing Onana... Alex, you wouldn't do that kind of rubbish, though.
No.
No, you won't.
I mean, I'm not sure. Other than that, not making that mistake, I'm not sure I'm good enough as a goalkeeper to play.
No, but listen, but that's that kind of error. A non-professional would not make that error, though. The ball came to you.
Weren't we telling you about Onana a couple of weeks ago, and you were saying, "My guy, it's my guy. Don't
Nah,
worry,
at this point, it's not my guy, man.
it's not your guy." Okay, well, let's quickly hear what the manager Amorim had to say after the match, and then we'll dive back in.
In 10 games in Premier League, we won 2. I know that. Imagine what is this for a fan of Manchester United. Imagine what is this for me. So we are getting a new coach that is losing more than the last coach. I have full knowledge of that. Like I said, I'm not going to change, no matter what. And I know we can succeed, but we need to survive this moment because I'm not naive. And I know that we need to survive now. So we are being the worst team, maybe, in history of Manchester United. And I know that you want headlines, but I'm saying that because we have to acknowledge that and to change that. So here you go, your headlines.
We are the worst team in the history of Manchester United. But Alex, I'm not going to change. A bit of a weird one from Amorim here.
Yeah, and he's actually not far off being factually correct.
Yeah.
This is their 6th defeat in 12 home games, the most since 1893.
Same year Clinton was born.
I mean,
Low-hanging fruit. Low-hanging fruit.
yeah, tell us, what was that like then? Compare the two.
Whatever.
No, I look at this United team, I see their performance against Liverpool, I see their performance in other games where we've seen really positive things from this United squad under Ruben Amorim and how he's slowly started implementing what seems to be like his tactics, his culture on the team. And then they go and play like that against Brighton. I think we have to give some credit to Brighton. Brighton played very well. They knew the United's weaknesses, what United's weaknesses were, and they played to those weaknesses, and they did the job. They scored 3 good goals, and 3 goals, 2 of them, I think, you look at defensive errors, and especially Onana's one. But I think generally, when you look at this performance from United, it's saddening. It's lackluster. I think I don't mind if you go out and lose it and you're giving it your all and you're flying into tackles and you're sprinting up and down the pitch, but you just don't see that from the United players. And I think it's too early to create a barrage on Ruben Amorim and get on his back, but he needs to start looking at the players that he wants to bring into this United team, because if they don't bring in better players, this isn't going to change. This isn't going to be something that improves in 2 or 3 months. This is something that's going to take time. And I think when you look at the squad that he's inherited from Erik ten Hag, some of those players aren't even fit to be playing in the Premier League. The level that they've been showing over the last 12, 18 months has been just shocking. And it's little wonder that they're getting pulled apart by teams in the Premier League. And we've seen them perform poorly across other competitions. So it's probably easy for me to say now that I'm not surprised, but I think there's a long road before United are back competing with the likes of Man City, Arsenal, Forest, Liverpool, Chelsea. And yeah, it's worrying times.
Just before I get into what Amorim said in that interview, which it kind of caused some kind of issues online, and people were kind of like trying to say, why would he make such statements, blah, blah, blah. You mentioned something, Alex. You say most of the players are not fit to play in the Premier League. Could you give us just an example of some of these players you think are not fit for the Premier League at this point in Manchester United?
I mean, I go through the starting 11. Onana, for starters, don't think he's good enough.
Okay.
Perhaps not fit to play in the Premier League might be unfair, but not fit to play for Man United, a club that should be challenging for titles. Onana, to be honest, I've been far from impressed from Matthijs de Ligt's performances in a United shirt since he joined. Harry Maguire, I think, is probably one of the only few in that squad that's really showing a bit of something in that shirt. I think Lenny Yoro's too young to judge him at this moment. Mazwari, he has his ups and downs. Dalot, disappointing at large periods of the season. He has his moments where he's good, but you look at Joshua Zirkzee, again, he has his moments, but there are quite a lot of that squad where I think they should not be playing United. If they want to be challenging for titles, Onana's got to go. I think Delit's got to go. Dalot's got to go. Arguably, Joshua Zirkzee. And you look at some of the bench, the players that they've got in that squad, Mason Mount. It's hard for me to say this, but he's just not good enough. And it's a dire situation at that club. And for whatever reason, like you said, thankfully, for their sake, Anthony's gone, because he's just clearly not cut out to play in the Premier League. He's been perhaps one of the worst signings of the last 5 years for United. The way the output that he's had in a United shirt has been,
as well as how much it cost as well.
yeah, it's been unbelievable. And I look at the bench. Yes, Garnacho, I think he's definitely got potential, but I look at the other players on that bench. Lissandro Martinez, I don't think he's good enough. Casemiro, he's past it. Eriksen's past it. It's either players who are hanging on to a last little bit of credibility, like Harry Maguire, who's still got that little bit left in him, or players who have been signed on a whim because, obviously they must have done their research on Anthony. How bad a signing has that been for United? He's been unbelievably shocking for Manchester United, and it's more than that. It's the club. You feel it was a sad day for the club. They were commemorating and paying their respects to Dennis Law, who sadly passed away, and you see some of the stuff. One bagpipe. Give it a bit more. Not even a microphone on the bagpipe. You see stories of them taking away season ticket holders from elderly people who can't go online and scan QR codes. They take them away because they don't go for 5 games. Taking away bonuses from stewards who are earning £100 a day, for example. They're lowering it to £50 a day. The stewards aren't the problem. It's left wingers earning 350 grand a week who can't seem to find a goal for love nor money. I'm not a Manchester United fan, but it's frustrating, and this club is in disarray.
Firstly, I think we need to give him some credit to Harry Maguire for the fact that he's listed all these players, and Harry Maguire, whom at some point was the guy that everybody would have, found a gun to start, nailing to the cross somehow, is the one who somehow, Alex has mentioned, he's still hanging on somehow, But, Alex, just you listing all these names, all these Manchester United players, and I'm kind of really agreeing with you, though. I didn't know Manchester United was that bad, just listing every single one of them, one after the other. Like, if you're mentioning players who are good for Manchester United at this point, you're probably not even able to count even 3 of them. Maybe you mentioned Amad Diallo, you even mentioned Garnacho, who we felt like, okay, he's somebody who has extreme potential, but he's almost like a wave. 1 minute he's the Garnacho that had that Ronaldo DNA, that we felt like this is a Ronaldo reincarnated from Manchester United, and then he gets to the point where he's not even able to even complete one dribble, from that left wing. And it's just really shocking that this is where we've gotten up to with Manchester United at this point. Literally, I will tell you that Manchester United now, they are the worst team when it comes to popularity globally, right? So obviously, we know Manchester United, they are one of the most respected clubs in the world, right? They're almost like, they're not playing up to the level of Real Madrid, but we could easily put them on that same level when it comes to recognition, as a club. But when you're looking at the performance coming out of them, let's give Real Madrid as an example. There was a time where it felt like Real Madrid was not the Real Madrid we knew, but they didn't come down so low that you are now at the other half of the table. It doesn't go that bad. And this is where we have Manchester United. They've changed coaches upon coaches. We've gotten now the best. At this point, you cannot even say the coaching is a problem, because all these coaches, they cannot all be wrong. You can't tell me everybody was like, no, Ten Hag is a problem. And now I feel like every single Manchester United fan needs to apologize to that man, because he went through a lot. Then you bring in a coach who was coaching a team that hardly lost a game, created monsters. Now coming to your club, and my man has recorded more losses than he's probably had in the 2 seasons in his former club within just a couple of weeks, coaching Manchester United. So it's not a coaching problem at this point. And now he comes online. Listen, we've got to give credit to this man, though, because he's coming and he's been very brutal with his take. He's saying that, listen, this is the worst Manchester United team that has gone in the history of Manchester United. Do I agree with him? Of course. Should they have hidden such opinion? No. Why should he hide it? Oh, because I was seeing a few comments online. People were like,
what's going to be how are the players going to take it mentally? Bro, get out of here, man. He didn't say it. What were the players doing? Maybe he should be saying these kind of things to see if they will buckle up. Because the truth is, these guys, they keep making coaches look bad. They are making good high-level coaches look like these guys are just starting off their career and they don't know what they are doing. Like if I was I'll give an example. If I was, say, Carlo Ancelotti, for example, or maybe even Xavi Alonso, in search of a club to go coach, and they say, "Yo, come coach Manchester United." If I was, I would be scared. Bro, I would be scared because I would look at the people who have been through that lane. I know what they are capable of. Ten Hag in Ajax, you know what he did there. Amorim in Portugal,